Hello, this is Marvelyn Brown, and today we are going to walk through setting up RankMath. So RankMath is an SEO tool, and that is what we're going to use on our site. So that will replace Yoast SEO. Now, if you love using Yoast, you can definitely stick with that. But I would recommend making the switch. Once I made the switch to RankMath, I started getting a lot more results with my site. And so now that we've had our fresh install, our newly set up blog, I want to start this blog out with RankMath. So I'm going to install it and you can walk through this process with me. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go to plugins, and then we want to go to install plugins. And I've already done this, but I want to walk you through deactivating Yoast. So we're going to look at our installed plugins. We're going to scroll all the way down to Yoast, and you will see a deactivate button. I've already deactivated mine, so I don't have that button here, but it'll look just like this. So if I wanted to deactivate, for example, WooCommerce, I could just click on this button and it would take me through the process of deactivating. Now, I haven't deleted Yoast off my computer yet because RankMath will use some of the information in Yoast. Even though I really haven't set up Yoast yet on this site, I'm just going to let RankMath grab whatever data it needs to get from Yoast, and then I will delete it from my computer. So once you've deactivated Yoast, then we're going to go to plugins, and we're going to add a new plugin. So just click on the add new button, and we're going to go right over here to keyword, and we're going to search for RankMath. So it's RankMath. Now I've already activated, installed, and activated RankMath on my computer. But the thing that you want to do is you want to click on install now. And then once you click on install now, it'll also give you another button. Once it installs, it'll give you another button that says activate, and you want to click on that as well. Okay, so then once you have done that, then we are going to see a screen. It'll actually take you through a process where you will activate, you will go to the RankMath site and activate your plugin. So just one moment, I'm going to do that and then I will be back. Okay, so now once you have activated, once you've gone out to the RankMath site, you've activated your plugin, you should be on a page like this. And this is the RankMath setup wizard. So we're just going to go through the wizard, and we're going to click on advanced and go through the advanced wizard. So I'm going to walk you through that. So all you need to do is click on this blue button that says start wizard. All right, so it's going to ask you to import data from Yoast. Now, I haven't set up Yoast, but I'm still going to click check this off because not sure if there was data already being collected by Yoast or if there was some automatic setting that Bluehost took us through when we set up our blog. And so I'm just going to check this off, and I'm going to click on start import. If there's anything there, then it will be imported. and it looks like it is importing some of the data. So it looks like Bluehost did set up some of our data for us. Okay, so it's done with the import. So now we're going to click on continue. And then it's going to ask questions about your site. So you basically just, kind of go through the drop down and pick out, if you don't have something that directly matches, then you just want to do whatever the closest thing is to what your site does. So I'm going to say that this is a small business site. Mine is a small business site. And let's see, educational, college or university. It's not that. Funding scheme. Wow. Local business. I don't know if it's, I guess it can be considered a local business. Entertainment business. There's a lot of different categories here. So just go through the category that makes sense for your business. Home and construction, general contractor, plumber, lodging business. So basically, you just go through this list and find the thing that matches your, I'm just going to say professional service and leave it at that. Okay, so then company name. So you just type that in. And then logo for Google. So you can upload, if you have your logo already done, you can upload it. And let's see. Okay, so we'll use this logo. And let's see, default social share in image. We'll use that same image for social sharing. Okay, so now we're going to save and continue. Connect Google services. Now, I have not connected or set up a Google site. So let's see what happens. So I haven't done anything as far as setting up Google Analytics. I think I did verify when I set up my YouTube channel. I did verify my site with Google. So we'll see if this will work. But if you haven't done any of that, you can always go back and do that later. And I am going to pause this video just for a moment, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I'm on the next step to connecting Google services. So it's going to ask some questions like, making sure that you have the right site associated with Search Console. So on the drop down, I was able to put in making it remotely. And then for analytics, I can set an account. I don't have an account set up, so we will have to set that up. And I'm going to go out to Google Analytics and we'll just add, I'll show you how to add the site. So I'm going to pause for one moment and I will be right back. Okay, so we are going to set up an account. So we're going to go over to create account. Now, if you have other websites that you have set up with Google Analytics, then you're going to have all of those accounts listed here. But if you're brand new to Google Analytics, then you will just basically set up your new account. So we're going to click on create account. And we're going to put in the account name, and my account name is going to be making it remotely. You just put in the name of your company, and then account data sharing settings. We have benchmarking selected, technical support selected, and account specialist selected. And then we're going to click on next. The property name is going to be the same as my business name, so making it remotely. And then it's based in the United States. The time is New York. So we'll put that in there. US dollar is the currency. And we're going to click on next. And then it tells you, like, some information about your business, how many employees you have, how do you intend to use Google Analytics for your business. I would say, and you can actually check off all the ones that apply. So measure customer engagement, optimize my site or app experience, optimize my advertising costs, increase my conversions, analyze online sales, measure lead generation. So those are the things that I want to do with Google Analytics. Then you're going to click on create, and that will create your account. To use Google Analytics, you must first accept the terms of service for your country. So I'm going to say that I accept. I've already got some other sites set up on here, so I pretty much know the terms and conditions. But if you don't know the terms and conditions, I would definitely read through this. It's kind of a long document, but just make sure you know what you're accepting. And then click on I accept. So now I have a property called Making It Remotely. So now I need to set up a data stream to start collecting data. So I want to use the web, and the website URL, you're going to put that in just one moment. Let me get my URL here. So all you're going to do is just copy, and then we'll go back in and paste that into Google Analytics. So we don't need the HTTPS, so I'm going to get rid of that. So I'll just backspace, and there we go. And the stream name is going to be the name of my company, Making It Remotely. And you want to just type in a name that will help you understand, when data comes in and they show you the information, that you will know, you want to be able to identify the data that comes in. So we're going to click on create stream. And okay, so no data received in the last 48 hours. That makes sense. Here's my measurement ID. And this is just some information that, Google Analytics goes through and collects lots of data for people who visit your site. And so this is something that we will definitely want to set up, but I don't want to get too deep into this because we still need to go back and finish setting up RankMath. So this is basically information that will capture page views, scrolls, and outbound clicks. And it looks like there are 3 more things here: site search, video engagement, file download. So these are all the things that you want Google to collect about your site. And then tagging instructions. So we'll have to go back in at a later date and set up tagging and things like that. But for right now, we have our web stream set up for the web. Now we need to go in and we need to set it up for well, shoot. Okay, thanks. I got it. We need to set it up for Apple users, and we need to add a stream for Apple. And let's see, setting up your mobile app stream through Firebase. Okay, so I don't have all of that, so we're going to just skip over that. Android, let's see, add stream for Android. Let's see what that says. Okay, so we're going to go through Firebase for that as well. Don't have that. So it looks like we're just going to be measuring the web for now, and we'll have to go back in at a later date and time and set up data streams for Apple and for Android. And this is really important because a lot of your users are using mobile phones. So we will have to look into how to get this set up. This is kind of a different setup too. Than it looks like Google has made some updates since the last time I set up an an account for my other sites. So this looks like it's really going to hone in more on mobile as well as web users. So we're going to go back to our RankMath setup wizard, and I'm not sure if I probably will need to refresh my page to make sure that the data from making it remotely is going to show up. So just one moment while the page refreshes, and then we will go back in and try to put that information in, making it remotely. Okay, now let's see if making it remotely is there. So it did put it on there. Select property. Now what does that mean? Select property. And then select web view. Okay, whatever. So enable this option only if you are not using any other plugin to install Google Analytics code. Okay, so I'm not really sure about this. I'm going to leave this the way it is for now. And then we're going to go to, we're not going to set up anything for AdSense. I don't have any AdSense accounts that I'm running right now. And yeah, I don't have an AdSense account, so I'm going to leave that. And then receive analytics reports periodically via email. You can set that up if you want. And then we're going to save and continue. Now, sitemaps. So we definitely want to set up sitemaps, but we don't want to set up sitemaps for everything. So I'm going to uncheck Thrive symbols. And this is the thing. When you have Thrive installed on your blog, there are lots of things that you can also track with that, as well. But I'm not going to track anything. I'm going to uncheck all the Thrive stuff. The only thing that I want to do a sitemap for would be my posts. I don't think I'd even want to do, well, maybe I would. Posts, pages, and products. So we would set up sitemaps for those 3 categories only. And then public taxonomies. Do we really want the public do you want the program to capture categories, courses, symbols, product categories, TVO tags? I'm going to say no for now. And I'm going to click on Save and Continue. SEO tweaks. So this is where it kind of gets a little bit tricky. And this is the reason why I really like this plugin over Yoast. So Yoast, if you set things up the wrong way, it will no index all of your pages. So as a default, your pages, when you create content, your blog posts, your products, your pages, Yoast will go in and it will look like you're good to go, but there will be a no index setting. And so we don't want that. We want all of our pages, except for pages that we specifically indicate, we want all of our pages to be indexed. And so when you set empty archives to no, setting empty archives to no index is useful for avoiding indexation of thin content pages and dilution of page rank. As soon as a post is added, the page is updated to index. And so that's what you want to happen. You want, when you add pages, you want that status to automatically change to index. And then there are settings that you can do within each page or each post or each product that will allow you to set it so that it's not indexed. So the stuff that you want to be indexed, you definitely want control over that. And you don't want to think that something is indexed when it's not. So we're going to say empty archives can definitely be set to no index. And these are categories. So an archive is just basically a collection of your pages that are assigned to certain categories. So if I have a category of, I don't know, affiliate marketing, the category doesn't necessarily have to be indexed unless I want it indexed. But I definitely want that blog post related to or put into that category. I want the blog post to definitely be indexed. So I hope that makes sense. Your categories, you can set them to be indexed. If you want categories to be indexed, you just unclick this button. But if you want your categories to be no index, then you keep it the way that it is. And then no follow external links. Automatically add rel equals no follow attribute to external links appearing in your posts, pages, and other post types. This attribute is dynamically applied when the content is displayed and the stored content is not changed. So you definitely want to you don't want to turn this on. So you want to keep it the way that it is. You don't want a no follow for all of your links. So basically, when you have a no follow link, that just tells search engines do not follow that link when the search engines are crawling your pages. Open external links in a new tab or window. So I definitely want that to happen, because what ends up happening is if you don't turn this on, when someone clicks on a link, it will open it up in the same window, which will make it hard for someone, especially if they're maybe on a mobile phone or they're not that tech savvy. They won't know how to get back to your page. So if you have an external link to, some other, maybe you have linked to an authority site or something like that, you want people to be able to get back to your site. You want them to get that information that you're sending them to, so that they will be informed. But then you want them to be able to come back to your site for, the rest of the information. So you want to keep this the way that it is. So we're going to click Save and Continue. Okay, so now we are good to go. We're ready to actually use this um, and start, optimizing our posts. Okay, so it looks like it's going to take us through um, some additional steps here. So the role manager allows you to use WordPress roles to control which of your site users can edit or have access to RankMath settings. Now, I am the only person who's using my site at this point, so I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to leave it unchecked. However, if you have more people that will have access to your site, then you might want to do that. 404 monitor. The 404 monitor will let you see if your visitors or search engines bump into any 404 not found errors while browsing your site. I would definitely check that off. Redirection. Set default values for the redirection module from here. I'm going to leave that off. I will go in and set that up at a later date. So if someone goes to a page, basically a redirect is if someone goes to a page and for whatever reason, either you've deleted the page or you've moved it or you changed the name, then you want to be able to redirect them somewhere to a page that gives them more information. You don't want people to go to dead ends on your site. And so I will go in at a later date and set that up. So now we're going to hit Save and Continue, because I need to actually set up a page that, the redirect will take them to. Schema markup. So schema adds metadata to your website, resulting in rich search results and more traffic. So we're definitely going to leave that on. And the schema type for blog posts is going to be article. There are a lot of different schemas that you can enter here, but a blog post is basically an article. So article type, blog post, schema types for pages. I believe, is there a page schema? Doesn't look like it. So we'll leave it at article. And then article type is going to be okay. So it's basically distinguishing between a post, which is, the schema is set up as blog post. And then for a page, it's set up as an article. So that's cool. And then the schema type for Thrive symbols, we're not going to do a schema for symbols. For products, we're going to say product. And schema type for apprentice lesson, we'll say course. Schema type for apprentice chapter. See if they have it broken down. They don't. So I'll just say course. And then for Thrive Apprentice module, we'll say course. Schema type for content restriction, don't know what that is. Course overview, we'll say course. Give it that schema. For Thrive Ovation blocks, and I believe Thrive Ovation is for testimonials. So there may not be anything for that either. Front video person service. Yep, we're going to leave that none. Light boxes, we're not going to have a schema for a light box. So we're going to save and continue. And RankMath really, it takes you through all of this because it really helps to break down the various components of your site. So, that way you get accurate data. You get a lot more accurate data. So now all of these are things in RankMath that you can either toggle on or toggle off. So we have the 404 monitor, and that, gives feedback on any dead ends that might occur on your site. And you can always go back in and fix those, when they happen, because you want people to have the option to get more information. So you need to set up a page that people will go to when they go to a page that's been moved or deleted or whatever. And so you can kind of go through this. It's going to track the analytics, content, AI. So it will give you suggestions for related keywords. You definitely want that. Image SEO options. I think SEO options are really a good idea because you can put in alt and title tags into your images. So I'm going to toggle that on. You definitely want to have SEO when it comes to your images, because that is another way. When you go to a Google search, one of the categories is images. And so you want people to be able to find your site based on the images that you have on the site. So make sure when you do your images, and we'll talk more about that, but you want to add alt tags and title tags. Let's see. Instant indexing, and that's kind of what I talked about before. You definitely want all your pages, your blog posts, and your products to be indexed. And I have to make myself a note that I need to set up my redirections. I don't have a role manager, but if I get more staff, I can come in and I can click this on so that I can set up various roles. Site maps and SEO analysis. Not sure about stories created with web stories, WordPress, plugin SEO with automatic support. So I'm going to have to look into Google Web Stories. I have never really heard about that. Okay, so then we're also going to be optimizing our products. So our product pages will be optimized, and that has been toggled on. So that's pretty much it for RankMath. We have got that installed. And now that it's installed, I'm going to go back to, and this is the RankMath kind of module that's been installed now that we have everything set up. I'm going to go to plugins, install plugins, and I'm going to delete Yoast SEO. And so let's go down and find Yoast. Okay, so here's Yoast. I'm going to go ahead and click on delete. And I'm also going to delete WP Forms Lite because we have everything that we need in terms of forms. We have all of that with our Thrive Suite installation. So all of that is not really, those are two plugins that we don't need. So I'm going to get rid of those. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that this demonstration has been helpful. And if so, please click the like, share, subscription, all of those different buttons. That will help us out tremendously. Okay, have a great day, and I'll talk to you on the next video.